Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jonathan and this is Talking NBA. Today we're talking about the Denver Nuggets. And the Denver Nuggets, I just feel like the Denver Nuggets have a chance to finally show why Nikola Jokic is the MVP. Now I doubt Nikola Jokic is going to win the MVP this year. Back-to-back-to-back MVPs? By an MVP that everybody is talking about as the weakest MVP for 20 years, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me because Nikola Jokic is, if you watch him, you know that Nikola Jokic is worth this MVP. Now last year you could have said Joel Embiid. Yeah, nice. I understand. Joel Embiid had an MVP season. You are absolutely right, but it doesn't stop the fact that Nikola Jokic had an MVP season. Nikola Jokic did this without his second in command and his third in command. Nikola Jokic was going out there and willing the Denver Nuggets to win. And he's not going to need to do that in the 2022-2023 season. He should be getting his running mate back, Jamal Murray, and then Michael Porter Jr. Now, Michael Porter Jr. of course scares me because Michael Porter Jr. is having these back issues. Back issues are not good for a team sport or for a sport whatsoever. So I do worry about Michael Porter Jr., but if he can get back and get back right, and if he can take another step, if he can finally take that step that everybody's waiting Michael Porter Jr. to take, then the Denver Nuggets are in real contention. And I truthfully believe that they're in real contention anyway. You have MVP on your team. Jamal Murray is a talent of being an all-star. Michael Porter Jr. could be an all-star plus. You signed Bruce Brown. And I hope y'all give Zeke Naji a bigger role. This Denver Nuggets team is looking very nice. They got themselves a mixture of good defenders and great offensive players. Like we already know that their top three players are great offensive players. Now they got themselves some defenders in Aaron Gordon, KCP, Bruce Brown. Y'all got yourself some defenders. And then you have a sixth man type of person in Bones Hyland. Bones Hyland's going to be nice. Bones Hyland's going to be nice coming off the bench. They fully made him the backup point guard. That's why they moved Monte Morris and they got back Pete KCP. A lot of people thought it was a lot for KCP, but you know, if they really believe in Bones Hyland, then they're going to do it. Because they truthfully believe in Bones Hyland. I believe in Bones Hyland too to be a backup point guard. Shoot, Bones Hyland has the potential to be a starter in this league. We'll see. I mean, he could possibly make an all-star team, but it depends on what he does his sophomore year. What does he do his second year in this league? Is he going to get better? Or is he going to plateau? I hope he gets better. Watching Bones Hyland would be very nice for years to come. He has a talent that is fun to watch. But this team is definitely a top 4 seed. This team is definitely a team that can make it to the conference finals for sure, no doubt. And then make it to the finals. Their toughest competitions, of course, is between they have the Warriors, Memphis. Yeah, you possibly got the Pelicans, Dallas. You got some tough competition out west. I didn't even name all the teams, but you got some. But you're gonna have to work. It's not going to have to be Nikola Jokic. We've noticed from the 2020 season on, Nikola Jokic has been willing to put in that work, get into shape before the season starts, and it's paid off. He's back-to-back MVP. I don't know. You can kind of say that there's comparisons between him and Giannis. Giannis won back-to-back MVPs, and then he just couldn't make it past. He just couldn't punch past in the playoffs. Always getting bounced. But Nikola Jokic is a little different than that, just because he hasn't had his in-command players, his running mates. They seem to be injured at the worst time. But shoo, when Jamal Murray's actually in, Jamal Murray's fun to watch in the playoffs. He'll be willing to go toe-to-toe with somebody. And that is what's fun to watch. The fact that Nikola Jokic is such a great playmaker and Jamal Murray can play off ball, and he's willing to play off ball so well, he can have them high scoring nights just because of that. Because he's not the primary playmaker. Bones Highland, you got Bones Highland still. But of course, you already know the number one playmaker is Nikola Jokic. That man can see not just on the front of his head, he can see in the back of his head, you can see in the side of his head, he has eyes everywhere. He makes passes that I don't even know were possible. I guess it helps that he's 7 foot and that he could do that. Being 7 foot and being able to just pass wherever you want, like you're Chris Paul, like you were the point guard. But now you got a lineup of Jamal Murray, either KCP or Bruce Brown, one of those will be the two. If it were me, I would put Bruce Brown in just because he's a better defender. And I would definitely want somebody that's as good a defender around Nikola Jokic. But I'm not the coach of the team, and we're going to find out what the coach is going to do. But that is what I would do. But I know there's a lot of people out there that also would want KCP to start. I mean, the man is making $14 million, so you might want to just go ahead and start him. Have Bruce Brown still get a lot of minutes come off the bench. This signing of Bruce Brown to Denver was very underrated. And it's like, I'm a Nets fan, and in back-to-back years, the Denver Nuggets take one of my favorite Nets players. It started off with Jeff Green, and now it's Bruce Brown. I see DeAndre Jordan's on the roster. He was not one of my favorite Nets, not by a long shot. He's going from team to team to team because he's lost it. He's not that good anymore, but I guess Denver wants to give him a try. Hopefully he can become playable for them. He definitely wasn't playable for the Nets or the Lakers or any other team that he went on, or the Sixers. And every team found out at the hard way. But sometimes it's like, there's no other center on this roster, on this Denver Nuggets roster. So maybe it's like, hey, you know what? Let's just try it. Why not? All right. You could definitely try it. I guess that $3 million doesn't hurt that much. But yeah, let me go back to this. So Jamal Murray, either Bruce Brown or KCP. I'm guessing Michael Porter Jr. will be your 3. Aaron Gordon will be your 4, and Nikola Jokic would be your 5. Because I know Aaron Gordon, you would probably want Aaron Gordon more down low than you would want Michael Porter Jr. Aaron Gordon is a better defender than Michael Porter Jr., so you would, and Nikola Jokic can defend. He's just not known for his defense. So I'm pretty sure that you would want Aaron Gordon to lock down the bigger people, like I said, LeBron and Giannis earlier. That would make the most sense to me. But what do I know? I'm not a coach. I'm just some guy talking on YouTube. But that's what I'll do personally, from somebody that loves the game of basketball, somebody that watches the game of basketball. That is what I would do. So, my prediction is Nikola Jokic is not going to win MVP this year. But he's going to put up numbers. I can guarantee he's going to put up numbers that everybody's going to look at and be like, damn, I guess if there was this thing where MVPs didn't get looked at as like, you know what, we're tired of you. Well, there's been back-to-back years now for Nikola Jokic. So the voters are definitely going to be tired of Nikola Jokic. But if he can get them a first seed with like a 25, like 9-9 type of stat line, and their first seed dominating everybody, had the same amount of wins as like the Suns last year, or maybe even higher, then they're going to make it hard for them not to vote for him. But at the end of it, they probably won't vote for him. There's probably going to be somebody there with around the same stat line who's the second or third seed, maybe even first out east. But is this going to be the year that they make it and do the thing that he really wants and then win a championship? And you know what? they're a dark horse. Not really a dark horse. They're truthfully contending. But Jamal Murray's coming back after missing a year. Michael Porter's coming back after missing most of last year. They're definitely not going to show it in the beginning of the season, but if they can fill out in form, by the end of the season, they have a chance. They have a real chance. Because nobody's looking at Nikola Jokic like, yeah, he's going to lead them. Everybody's going to make the same mistake that they made with Giannis. I wouldn't. Because they have a real chance of making it to the finals and winning it all. Because that was their starting five that I said, with not knowing KCP, Bruce Brown gonna be the starting two. Well, now they have either KCP or Bruce Brown coming off the bench, with Zeke Naji, with Bones Highland, with DeAndre Jordan. That one left a sour taste in my mouth. But besides that, they still have Jeff Green, Ish Smith, the man that's been on 14 teams. He still finds a way to play. Ish Smith. Ish Smith. That's all I can say. Ish Smith. He still finds a way to play. But he's going to be the backup to the backup to the backup. But yeah. I just feel like they have a real chance. They're not making it to the conference finals this year. They're making it to the conference finals. Or farther. They might make the finals. I feel like they could represent the West. But that's going to be it, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.